Back home, even as Indigo operations across the country have stabilized, the Civil Aviation Ministry continues to closely oversee the operations through the ministry's control room. Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu is maintaining a regular vigil for real-time resolution of passenger grievances. In a social media post, the minister informed that the control room team is making all efforts to further enhance response time for prompt and effective redressal of passenger concerns. Passengers facing any issue may seek assistance by tagging official Twitter account of the Ministry of Civil Aviation on social media platform X, contacting the ministry's control room at 011-2460-4283, and the other number is 011-2463-2987, or by registering on their grievances on the Air Seva app or the web portal. Further, aviation safety regulator DGCA has directed Indigo's Chief Executive Officer Pieter Elbers to appear at its office on Thursday and submit a complete report along with comprehensive data and updates relating to the recent operational disruptions. Elbers has been asked to appear at the DGCA office at 3 p.m. on Thursday. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation also said that the CEO, along with senior officials from all relevant departments, has been instructed to attend the meeting. DGCA panel probing the disruptions has asked the airline to present information on the flight restoration, recruitment plan of the pilots and crew with updated position of pilot and cabin crew strength, number of flights cancelled and refunds processed, among others. The 4-member committee has been mandated to identify the root causes behind the operational breakdown. All right, our correspondent Dibyendu Mondal joins us with more from Delhi. Dibyendu, good morning. We've just given a broad outline of what all is happening with regard to Indigo Airlines. You get us more. To what extent have the operations got back to normal when we talk of Indigo Airlines?
Well, Preeti, good morning. After the long-drawn crisis of over 10 days now, the operations in Indigo is slowly crippling back to normalcy. But of course, it is far from being normal than it was in the month of November. But having said this, Preeti, the government is looking into every aspect of what led to this crisis, because the FTTL rule had been put in place long back. And when all of the other airlines could follow and there were no disruption with any other airlines, remember Air India, Akasa, SpiceJet are the other airlines that have been operating under the same rule. But what led to this major disruption with Indigo is something that the government is, in fact, the Ministry of Civil Aviation is probing into. The DGCA has also placed a team inside the office of Indigo. Indigo's headquarters is in Gurugram, in the National Capital Region. And a team, in fact, consisting of several senior members with relating to the flight operations have been put on duty at the Indigo headquarters in Gurgaon. They will be looking into the operation, the flight schedules, the cancellations, as well as the rostering of the pilots, as well as the cabin crew that is being done by Indigo. And also remember, Preeti, there is a large chunk of luggage which is still left at multiple airports that needs to be disbursed. The DGCA is also looking into how Indigo is being able to swiftly process those baggages and return it to the consumers, in fact to the passengers who were scheduled to take those flights. So therefore the government has sprung into action. It is taking every necessary measures to ensure that operations come back to normal. But of course, having said this, in the winter schedule, Indigo has been asked to slash 10% of its flight, which will affect almost 500 to 600 flights that will be lesser available to Indigo to operate. But it is being contemplated that these 500, 600 flights, which will not be now operated by Indigo, this gap will be filled by the other airlines that are already in the market, which includes Akasa, SpiceJet, Air India Express. So therefore, the government is ensuring that operations is smooth, as well as the passenger inconvenience is lessened. The Ministry of Civil Aviation as well as the DGCA is also monitoring on the fare prices, because remember there has been outrage on social media about how outrageous prices had skyrocketed after the fallout of the Indigo crisis, and there has been a capping that has been put on the flight prices, and it is being closely monitored as to that it doesn't overshoot the threshold that has been put by the government. And of course, as you also mentioned, Preeti, to conclude the meeting with the Indigo CEO Pieter Elbers, as well as the Civil Aviation Minister and the officials of the Civil Aviation Ministry this afternoon at 3 p.m. It will be closely tracked as to what outcomes it comes out of the meeting. The DGCA had already show-caused to the CEO of Indigo, Pieter Elbers. He was supposed to reply. He will be meeting with the Civil Aviation Minister this afternoon, after which we can get an update as to what underway, in fact, what underwent in that meeting, and how soon can Indigo come back to operating normal flights. Remember, there have been cancellations and delays being reported from some airports this morning as well.
All right, Dibyendu, we'll leave it here. Thank you so much for joining in with those details.